All right, I'm here, guys, with my Pastel GHI Mojave Clown here, and it is Monday morning here at Muscle Serpents Daily. Last week, sorry I didn't get 5 videos out for you guys. It was just a rough week. I teach a diet class, how to write diets for people, nutritional supplements. It's called The Secrets to Becoming a Diet Guru. I give it 4 times a year here in Cape Coral, Florida. So that was this week, and it was a 10-hour class I had to teach on Saturday, and I had to prepare for it. So it was a little bit of a tough one. So I'm sorry if I didn't get you guys all the videos that I promised, but I know a lot of feedback was really positive on the ball python breeding video. And you know what? In that light, let's go inside and see what's going on with the ball python breeding season, because it's starting. All right, this is what we love to see. We love to see locks so early in the season. This little boy was a very slow starter. Terrible eater, still not a great eater. It's a leopard blackhead het lavender that I'm breeding to a lavender albino here, and hopefully we're going to produce some amazing leopard blackhead lavenders. That's the goal. But he was a slow starter. I didn't even know if he would breed this year. Last year, I had him with 2 lavenders. This was one of them. Obviously, we didn't get anything. I never saw locks either, so this is a very encouraging sign so early in the breeding season. Hey, look at that. This is the other lavender that guy bred last year, or that I put him with last year, and she's huge. I don't even know. I can't believe we're at the end of the season, starting a new breeding season. I still think that she's going to lay. I mean, look at that tail. It's all stumped up there. She's all lumpy. She's laying on the hot spot. I think we could get a clutch from her. It would be a miracle clutch, because I haven't had them. Well, I haven't really had them together too much, but but she hasn't been eating either. The other one's eating up there that I'm breeding him with right now. We might get something. We might get a nice clutch out of this girl. I'm praying. I really am. Here's an interesting pairing. They almost look the same. Although the snake over here, which is the female, that's a Coral Glow Pastel, is being bred to a Mandarin, Spider, Pinstripe, Fire. They almost look identical. There's no banana or coral glow in the girl on the boy on the left. I'm trying to prove that he is Mandarin. I have to believe he absolutely is, because there's so much orange in him. And the Fire's not going to do that. He's also pastel, actually, too. So this is going to be an interesting one. This female throws great Mandarin coral glows. Every one I get from her is amazing. And so I suspect, you know, if this guy is Mandarin, which he probably is, we're going to get some pretty cool stuff, especially if we get that fire gene in there. Every once in a while, one gets by, and he snuck by and was hiding in the back. She didn't want to eat this time, so we gotta go give her to someone else. That's what happens sometimes. They just sneak past you. Look at what I caught here. That's a good one. Not going to disrupt them too much. The female in the middle is a hypo hurricane. Obviously, you see the little swirls, hurricane swirls there. She's also hypomelanistic, and she's being bred right now by a hypo banana super pastel Mojave clown. What a combination that's going to be, right? Did some good stuff there. That's a nice lock right there, if I've ever seen one. And this is all happening because I just dropped all the temps in here. I dropped them from, they were like 84, and I gradually brought them down, and they're probably around 79 now. And man, does that stimulate breeding behavior. All right, there's my scaleless het albino. It actually looks like a pastel or some kind of orange dream, but it's not. That scaleless het, as you have seen before in some of my videos, definitely changes color and sometimes pattern as well. So he's going to be breeding once again for the 3rd year in a row. My Candino female. Every year I've gotten 1 egg from the clutch. The first year I actually got an albino, a scaleless het, which was great. This year I got nothing. I think I got another het albino, or het. I guess it would be het albino or Candino, or Candy, one or the other. So hopefully we're going to try to get at least 2 eggs this year from these guys. All right, we're going to put our GHI Mojave Pastel Clown in with a nice big juicy in shed pastel head clown female. She bred this past year, so we'll try to make some more of these GHI clowns. I think it's worth doing that with a girl like that. This is GHI Mojave, and GHI Mojave Pastel clowns are so good on their own. They really don't even need anything else added to them. So I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that would like to pick a few of these up at a reasonable price. And as we produce more of them, the price is obviously going to come down from what I probably paid for this GHI Mojave clown. Beautiful leopard lesser, het pied. I picked this girl up as just a leopard lesser many years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And I saw that striping on her, and she had pied markers, and she proved out. I've produced some really nice, really nice girls from this, and boys from this this female. I'm just deciding who to pair her up with again. I want to produce something cool, but I always wind up going back to my banana enchi, orange dream, yellow belly, pied, 100% head hypo. I always go back to him with this girl because I always get such great babies out of him. So I might go back to him. I have the son of this girl who has leopard added to that. Leopard, orange dream, enchi, banana, yellow belly, pied. So maybe we'll go to that and try to produce super leopard version of these pieds. Because the super leopard pieds are awesome. They get those like, it almost looks like a tri-stripe. So I'm debating who to put with her. She's in shed anyway, so I got a couple days. Here's a micro scale female that I got a bunch of years ago from someone, and she had a lot of problems. She had a respiratory, she wasn't eating, and this year she started pounding the rats, and we got her back to good health. You can see those micro scales have the scaleless head, and then they get the little mini scales that are like almost like feel like a rough scale python. They're rough and they're a little beady, and when you put two of these together and breed them, you got a 25% chance of getting a homozygous animal, and that homozygous animal is scaleless. Is it compatible with the other scaleless line, the Brian Barczyk line? I think it is. I don't know if anyone has tried to prove it out yet, but I guarantee you it is. But these microscales, and this is a project that Nerd worked with, Kevin McCurley over there, are definitely cool. I don't even care about the homozygous form. The non-homozygous form with just the microscales and the scaleless head looks really cool. This is just a regular female, and I'd love to produce some cool scaleless and more microscales with this girl. So hopefully, I saw some breeding action the other day with her, so it's definitely encouraging for this year. Sometimes snakes just take their time, and they got to make a comeback, and they have some rough times early on, and then they come back from it. You got to just keep plugging away. Treat them with care. Treat their diseases and sicknesses if they get any. Give them the heat and nurturing they want. Clean cage, and they'll come back. They're pretty resilient ball pythons. And let's finish up today with our pastel panther pied that we bred to the pastel panther pied female last year, and we produced those gorgeous super pastel and pastel super panther pieds. I produced 2 of them, and I can't wait to repeat this breeding because a lot of people wanted them, and I'm keeping both of those. Probably I'll show you them what they look like right before we cut out for this video, but they're great. They're awesome. I saw someone else in the United States here produced some panther gene, not pieds, but panthers stuff this year as well, and he sent me a bunch of the pictures, and when he's ready to reveal those, maybe I'll have him send me the pictures and I'll put them up as well because he had some kind of cool stuff. And this girl has been eating really well this year. I was surprised she produced last year. I'm surprised I got 2 good eggs from her because she was a terrible eater. She's pounding rats now, so she's into her own right now. I think we're gonna have a good breeding from her and this little boy this year. We should probably have a multi-egg clutch, and once again, hopefully have some available to sell. And here's one of those beautiful babies, super pastel, or maybe pastel, super panther pied. Look at that rusty looking, interesting pattern, broken up with the pied. Look at that, it looks like someone actually sawed off their body, right, where the delineation is between the color and the white. I love it. It looks like the snake was left outside and it turned rusty. That's the best way I could describe it. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but I think it is. So this was the female. Let's take a look at the male. Here's the male. He's also kind of rusty looking. I can't determine if she's super pastel and he's only pastel, but they both are super panther for sure, verified by Frucht Nut, who is the originator of that panther gene. He's done a lot with that gene, way more than we have over here at the U.S. Because I brought him in. I believe I brought him in for the first time, but maybe not. You never know who else has brought him in as well. But anyway, you can see that this one kind of looks a lot like the parents, except it's a little lighter because I believe it's a super panther. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here Monday morning at Muscle Serpents Daily. As you can see, the ball python breeding season is underway. We got some locks already. We're putting males in with females. We dropped our temperatures as we talked about last week on the ball python breeding episode. And let's see what we're going to get. Now the trick is Dave can only get the snakes that he bred in 2019 up on Morph Market so we can sell some of these. We might actually have room when these snakes next year lay their eggs and hatch. All right, that's it for now. Guys, make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications, hit that like button, and we'll see you back tomorrow morning.